Hey guys, welcome to this video. So in our last video, we have seen how to use how to create a piping feature in Creo parametric. But I thought that would really help you, but I just followed the same feature which I am following for in my previous videos. I just have followed the same sweep command for using I have used that command to create a piping feature. But yeah, I have received a good comment for that. But even though some of them has requested me to create a three-dimensional piping, that should not aligned with any parts, that should be created separately, and either we need to use that separate pipe part in our assembly. Okay, so I just have thought and I just worked for that, and then I have come up with this video. Okay, so I'll show you. I don't know whether this also looks like the same that which we have done for the piping feature. Here also we are going to use the piping tool here, but let me just tell you one thing. Like I'll do the part and then I'll explain. Okay, so then that will be very understand for you. Okay, so first of all, this will be the assembly that we are going to do, but in this assembly I'm just going to create a point. I'm just going to create a point on this particular coordination system. Either you can click here or either you can click here. Okay, so this will be the center point in this entire coordination system, like for the front plane, top plane, mid plane, or any plane, for entire overall this 360, this will be the midpoint. So I'm just going to select this. Okay, so we have created a point here. Okay, so now we are good to go, and we can directly go for the applications. We can directly go for the piping. Okay, and remember one thing guys, we haven't created any part or any assembly also. Okay, so we are just directly jumping into the assembly and we are creating a point in this assembly. Okay, so now I'm just going to directly I'm just going for the create pipe option. When you go for create pipe, you can see we have to enter the pipeline name, which we have seen these contents in our previous piping tutorial itself. Okay, so let me just explain this again. Okay, so if you need to know this detailing about this entire piping tool, you can watch the tutorial which is available on our channel. Okay, and yep, we can directly enter this pipeline name. You can give any name for your pipeline, so this is just for our reference. Okay, so I'm just going to give this pipeline name as piping 1. Okay, once you enter this pipeline name, you can directly click this. So the next thing that here this ask this menu bar is we have to enter the line stock name. Line stock name is we have to provide some separate dimension and we have to provide some parameters for the pipe that we are going to create. Okay, so once this is just for entering the file, the name for the line stock that we are going to create, and once we enter the name here, once we click on this okay button, you will see one more menu manager on a small window here, and I'll explain to you later. Okay, so the line stock name here, you can also provide any name that you need to have. Okay, so I'm just going to give line 1 2 or line 1. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so once you click okay, like I said before, you can see the like a a ribbon which has been floating on this window right here. This is called line stock that we have created, and for the name here you can see this is called the line stock that we have created, line 1. What the name that you have entered, that will be displayed here. Okay, later on also you can click here and you can edit these dimensions here. Okay, so there are over various parameters which we need to have this, but everything all these things which this will be automatically filled and automatically selected based on this own default section. Okay, if you need to edit all this, you can edit by your own. Okay, so let me just explain the most um required parameters which we will use for all these piping features. Okay, the first one is line stock name. If you need this, you can change that, and material, whether this is steel, or if you have downloaded any material file, you can update here. So upload here, and then you may have this grade, material, and stock number. You can either change this. So the next one is whether this is a circular or rectangular, or whether this is solid or whether this is hollow, like everything, like all these things need, like we can change all these things, okay, manually. So the next one is section parameter. So that will be the OD, outer diameter, and the thickness of the pipe. So for the pipe OD, you can mention this outer diameter. So I'm just going to mention this outer diameter to be a value of 300. Okay, and the thickness, like that will be like either 15 or 20. Okay, so that's 15 is okay. So the next one is the shape type, whether it's straight or whether it should be flexible, or corner type, whether this has got a bend or whether like this need to be fitting on someone else. Okay, so this is a meter cut. Okay, if you need, you can explore all these features which are all available in this. So the next one is weight and length. Like we don't want to have this exact weight and length because we are just going to adjust this by our own, right? Because we haven't created any parts over there to join these two pipings. Okay, so that we don't want this. And the bend radius, which is very important, you can have a bend radius for various sections like X, Y, Z. You can add a bend radius for the X direction. When the pipe goes towards the X direction, it should have a bend radius of 1.5, and for the Y 2 and the Z as 3. Okay, so we don't want that much clarity right now. Like this is going to be the tutorial, but later on if you are going to create any more projects and if you need to have some different bend radius for different pipe planes, you can have here. Okay, so for the different direction. So here I'm just going to have this bend radius as 200. Oh, that's fine. And then the bend angle like 90, 45, 60, like these are all the bend angle that I need. Okay, so like all these things which we have covered here, and the design rule, like this will be, and you can able to see here like maximum bend, minimum bends numbers, and what and how we can separate my minimum branch separation. Okay, and like we can see all these things later on, guys, but this is the important thing that you when it comes to this line stock. Okay, so after entering all these dimensions, you can directly click on save. If you need to save this, you can directly save this. Okay, so once you save this line stock, you don't want to create any new more line stock for this. So when you click on the line stock, like on the top, like you will see the menu manager, and under this menu manager you will be able to find this line stock, the line 1, which you have saved now. Okay, so this is for the time consumption. If you save this, for the next time that if you are going to create any piping feature, you don't want to enter all these parameters again, you can directly import the source which we have saved right here. Okay, so I don't want to save this. I'm just going to click on cancel, and I'm just going to click OK here. So you can see the piping 1, which we have given the name as for our the post name that we have given, like given, right, pipeline name. So that will be piping 1, and like we have created the piping and we have created the line stock, and on the bottom also you can able to see like active piping ASM, active pipeline, like this is pipeline 1, and corner type, whether this is a bend, like we have done is like a bend, and line shape, it is a straight line, it is not a flexible pipe, right? Okay, so now we have done with all these parameters, line stocks and the pipeline, etc, etc. Okay, so we just want to create the start point and the extend point here. Okay, so the first one is set start. We have to select the start point from where our pipeline is going to start. Okay, so this is just for the part file, but if you are going to do the pipeline, like this piping tool on a on the part which is already assembled, or the part that we are going to create right after this, you just want to place this coordination system wherever, like in whichever like parts that we have assembled, and then you can able to connect this. Okay, you can set start on the part where you are going to start your piping. Okay, so for this I am just going to start my piping at this midpoint, the point that we have created. Either you can select here or else you can select here. Okay, so then click on OK. Okay, so now you can see the pipe set start ID 45. Okay, in a dia. Okay, that's fine. So pipe set, like this is has been, pipe has been created, the start point is created. So now we can create n number of parts, n number of pipe with our own dimension. So we can directly click on extend, And now when you click on extend, you can see the three arrow marks. When you move near to this, like this is got highlighted in different colors like brown, light blue, and like this is green, right? Yeah. If you need to create a pipe towards the x-axis, you can click the x-axis and you can directly drag this, and you can adjust the value over here, or you can adjust the value over here. I'm just going to have a value of 500. Okay, once you enter a value here, either like this is fine, you can directly apply and you can directly click on OK. But this is not that you guys have expected, right? So you guys need to know how to create this pipe on a three-dimensional thing. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. First of all, like this length is fine for me. I'm just going to directly click on apply. So for the next, I'm just going to follow this piping on the x direction. Okay. Okay, here also I'm just going to have the same as 500, and I'm just going to apply this. And the next thing that I'm just going to lift this pipe towards top side, and this will be also like this will be like a little bit bigger, right? So let's have this 1000. Okay, apply. Okay, and oops, not like this. Off this will be 300. Apply y direction 400. Okay, so once you need to check this because we have entered the bend radius, right? So the bend radius like that should be like you have to follow this. Let me just delete that. Let me just explain you what is that about. Okay, so we have entered the bend radius value as 200. Okay, so if you enter a value of 200 here, like like now 200, like that's fine. But if you enter a value of 199, you can't able to see this apply button which has been not highlighted here, right? Here also you can able to see the pipe is not created. Once you have to enter the value of the bend radius, like like more than like minimum value that should be the bend radius value. So now you can able to see the bend is got created, right? So that's the thing that I want to explain you. Okay, this is fine. And if I need to create one more bend, I have to double up this. Okay, so 550. Oh, apply. Okay, good. And this one is okay. 700. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, once like if you have created all these pathways here, like you have created like some stuff like here, right? Okay, anyway, like this looks good. Let's cancel this. Okay, so cancel is not like that we are going to cancel this entire operation. We're just going to close this. Okay, so now once we close this, we can able to see like this is kind of sweep feature. Like you don't want to shock like this. Okay, so now we have to create this piping line into 3D. Okay, so for creating that into 3D, like let me just show you. Okay, so for creating that into 3D, you can directly go for pipe solid, and once you go for the pipe solid, you can be able to see the pipeline that we have created here. Okay, this is piping one, right? We have created right here. This is piping one. You can select this and you can click OK. Once you click that, you can see that our pipeline is got created. Go for shading with edges, and you can see like this looks really good, right? And if you thought that this ID and this OD looks very big, like this outer dia looks very big, right? So you can directly go for this line stock, and you can directly adjust this pipe OD as 200. And okay, and you need to, oh, like I forgot, like I just want to press something here, like control K or oops, uh shit, I just forgot about this. Oh guys, like there will be one shortcut button for like refreshing this. I think this modify sorry, like Control G. Yep. Sorry guys. Like the shortcut is Control G. Like sometimes like I forgot about these shortcut keys which are all available in this Creo. Okay. So if you need to change, like let me just explain you again. Okay. If you need to change something on this line stock, if you have entered this as 250. Okay. So once you click on OK, like this will not change. Okay, even though if we have done all these things, this will never change. If you have to click, like hold on the control key and you have to press the G, and now you can see that this dimensions got changed. Okay, and yep, what else you guys need to know is I think this is the part that you have requested, right? So the next yeah, and one more thing, like you can see like these lines, curves and lines, curves. If you need to adjust this, you can double click it and you can directly adjust this. Okay, if you double click this, the dimension pop-up window will open up, and once you go for the menu manager, you can enter a new value, and instead of this 200 you can have a value of 250. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, so I think this is the part that you guys have really like this is the thing that we have requested, right? So yeah, one more doubt that you have is how we can use this part in our assembly. Okay, you can directly save this as a sub assembly part and you can make use of this part on your new assembly. Okay, so that's the thing, like a simple thing guys, like that's a very simple thing. You can just save this assembly as a separate part and you can do all this new stuff that you have going to have on your new assembly. You can do that and you can have that on a separate assembly, and once your old assembly has been completed, you can directly import this assembly. You may call this as a sub assembly part and you can import this into your assembly. Okay, so this is good, like right, this is a solution that we have right really got now. I think this will really helps you a lot. Okay, so thank you guys, so thanks for watching and keep supporting me. And I thought like the views that I am got like getting for my videos are very low, like day by day, but even though if I got 10 views, I have I can see like all those 10 people are watching my video. Like even though if I have uploaded for 30 minutes, like all the 10 views, like, even though if I got 10 views, all of them are watching for around 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so that's the biggest motivation for me for uploading this videos. Okay, and some of them are having some doubts and they are just commenting below, and I'm just following all them, and I think like I am following all the comments. Okay, so if I'm forgetting to note your comments, you can comment again. So okay, so thank you guys, like we will see in the next video with a very interesting content. Until then, bye.